And good morning. There we go. Good morning. Guten Morgen. Working on losing parts. Hey, Joe. Good morning. How are you? How are you? Man, I am fucking hot. My intention last night was I got home from client install. My intention was to mow the lawn in the afternoon. It's like, yeah, it's not going to happen. Doing good. Scribing lines on the sock would be nice. Scribing. Okay, and I'm going to try to square this piece off. Get some coffee in me too. Wee bit in need of caffeination. Yeah, I got off yesterday at 3 because of the heat, company-wide, but didn't leave the house once. Home too hot. Home too hot. Didn't leave the house once. The home's too. Let's see the pics of the Zaku 3. I've not had a chance, Joe, and I apologize. Yesterday was one of those days that just kind of escaped. It's a lot, and I apologize. I'm going to try to get to it today. I'm actually bringing. This is the laptop that I'm using here is what I call my my Patriot laptop. It's the one I bring with me. This is the one I do all my IPMS stuff. I'll be bringing this with me to work today. I got to start writing a letter from the president and replying to some emails, and I'll definitely be checking that out. You know, something you can be confident of. I'm delinquent. Hey, Nick. Good morning. How are you? Okay, I'm gonna keep pulling it back. Nick, the Patriot laptop, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's an old work laptop that basically it was just like using Windows was failing. So we replaced it. I got another work laptop, and this one was just sitting around. I'm like, all right, fine. So I turned it into a Linux machine. And just and using a light version of Ubuntu, and it's been great. You know, if I need to do any kind of hardcore stuff, probably wouldn't be the place to go, but good. How are you? It's a good word, Nick. You're good. Did you name it Warhorse? No. Silly boy. Silly boy. All right, we're going to now hollow back this back side of this piece. Silly boy. If I can get a meat grab here. Oh, hello. So next week we're in Ocean City, Maryland, to go to a dance competition. We're leaving Saturday, getting there Saturday evening, afternoon, whatever, and they're Sunday and back here next Friday the 4th, right? All right. So yeah, I keep I'm hoping I'll get a chance to meet up with Keel and with Dwayne and maybe some of the other guys down that way. Maybe do like a lunch or a dinner or something like that. And the question is, so when are we going to do that? And George's answer is, I don't know. And the reason is this is the studio that my daughter is at it's terrific in terms of some of the creativity and the some of the the quality of some of the dancers that are there. And in terms of a business, just total fuck up. They're awful. Couldn't figure their way out of a fucking paper bag financially or business wise. I shouldn't say financially, business wise. Hey guys, when are we going to see the schedule? Silence. Silence. It's like, well, some of us need to make plans. Silence. All right, let's start scraping. One of the things that we're fortunate about with regards to that is at least, my daughter's short. She's only got another week and a half, and then she's completely done with the studio. Ooh. This is your tax advisor. How are you handling your taxes? Jazz hands, interpretive dance. Yeah, exactly. Kind of feels like that sometimes. It's just kind of nutty. Just it really comes down to there's the it's about 15 years ago. I read maybe a little less than that. I read From Good to Great, and I think about that all the time. Probably one of the most profound books, not in terms of like, most enjoyable always, or, are there other books that haven't in their own ways kind of been very intelligent and very solid. But what we have here is, hey, what's going on, Edwin? Let's get the live chat going. What we have is a book that really lays out what makes a good company, and 99% of the companies out there are good companies versus a great company. What are the differences? What are the philosophies that they have? Now, again, this is obviously one business person's interpretation, but the underlying truth is that most companies can't figure out how to, they look at, some growth as good growth when it could be bad in the long term, et cetera, et cetera. What are your policies and your principles, and how are you, in particular, they also talk about, surprisingly enough, about like your labor. And when you look at all of that and the number of companies that are actually really good at what they do, it's incredibly rare. And I'll be, like, I love the people I work with, but our company is, at best, not in terms, again, not in terms of, and I think it's important to distinguish, it's not in terms of the work that they do, right? It's not like the studio. They're great. They've got good dancers. They've got good teachers. They've got all of that stuff. When I look at all the organizations that my family has been involved in, I don't want to go into any details because I don't want to chastise anybody, but all of them have proven to be good. None of them have proven to be great. None. None. And by organizations, I mean everything from work through certain group dynamics, some groups that we've been involved in, church organizations. I mean, take your pick. Collections Museum was interesting, too hot to really walk around outside. I would imagine it was. Ray, what's going on, brother? There we go. Hey. Finishing up some other commission before eventually dive deep into painting the towel. Nice. Yeah, I gotta get cracking on the I'm gonna start working not this week. I think as long as this temperature is as warm as it is, Edwin, I'm probably not gonna get back to the my Batman base until things cool down. Hey, Dwayne. Funny enough, Dwayne, just talking about hopefully meeting up next week. Ooh, Edwin, you went Tau. I'm going Dark Elf. Dark Elf. Anyway. Crazy. Dwayne. Pal's not mine. My Armia was the Orcs. Whoa! Nice. Trying to figure that out. My wife is getting crushed with work, so I might have kids until yeah. And Dwayne, I wish and that's perfectly fine. If that's how it works out, that's how it works out. Right now, it's like we don't even have the schedule from the studio as to when the fuck is my daughter dancing. We're there an entire fucking week, and we don't know yet. No schedule has been set. It's like, guys, really? It's like I want to kind of plan, like, is my daughter going to be dancing? She's got what, 6-7 dances across in the majority of a week. So does she have a bunch in like one day and then free in another day that we go out and do something as a family, or does she have something in between that I can go hang out with some friends potentially? It's like it's unknown. The orcs have a Gundam yet. All orcs need a Gundam. Some piloted robot. So guys, I'm not asking for much. By the way, what I'm asking for is something that I've paid for. Anyway, frustrating, but let's move on. Let us move on. Whew. Jonah, good morning. How are you? Figure what I walked in on was the end of starting with no schedule set. That's so frustrating. Yeah. Lots of religious artifacts. So plenty of opportunities for a selfie with Jesus. Oh, I love that. Yo, hanging out with JC. Man, I gotta tell you, it's like so suddenly I'm like a little bit pumped to get down here and do some painting, and the weather is just like pretty good. Going to try and stay cool today. Yeah, Joan, I don't blame you. I'm like, so this basement is a little cool, but there's no airflow, but it's just at that tip of warmth and humidity that is like I'm just sitting here like doing nothing and sweating my tits off. Everybody Christ. Buddy Christ. Buddy. Give me a sec, guys. Humidity too. Yeah. Fuck this. Fuck the heat this week. Yeah, 100%. It's just like, yeah, I was saying to Joe at the beginning, I was planning on getting home last night and just going out and mowing lawn. And I usually heat, I don't know, maybe it's just the age. Heat normally doesn't bother me, but boy, it has been doing a number on me. Last night I was just like, I just can't. Got a new fan for my booth. Hopefully, the higher CFM will help me. And surprisingly enough, one of the wooden Jesus carvings was very Buddy Christ. Nice. Ooh, that's cool. Cool on both fronts. To get a little fan. I have one. I actually did have one on mine. I'm going to get another one. Thank you. I have one, but I'm actually using it now to kind of cool down a server. It was actually kind of a server. Pumid. Pumid. I love that. Those are humid titties. Oh, they are. Oh, but they are. What's going on, Peter? Good morning. All right. Let's go the other way. Humid. I'm now planing some of this interior channel. Whew. Swamp life. Yeah, feels like it, doesn't it? Man. Wants to paint this fucker. I'm already sick of masking. Yeah. Pass. Nope. Pass. Nope. One of the things I'm going to enjoy about working on this Freebie Gundam and painting it is the majority of it is going to be red, since it's going to be sort of in char colors. I was debating whether to do. I've tried it before on this thing, whether or not to do what they call it, hairspray chipping, but I may not. Just to try to get the scale right, I might just do it with just hand painting. Peter, those are 1/6 scales, so I'll use more than a roll of tape on it. Have at it, right? I'm serious, man. No, thank you. Large or small, masking is a necessity, not a desire. So anyway, happy Tuesday to everybody. Hope aside from those of us here in the, I guess, in the Northeast that are kind of getting destroyed by this heat. Hope everybody else is doing okay. At least in terms, if you are in the heat, hopefully you're staying safe. It's nuts. Oops. Don't want to chisel away my finger. Oh, man. And Sandy, you could do for Nick. Yeah, I can imagine. Pass. KZ, red color, Johnny Ridden, perhaps. Hi, everyone. It'll actually be Char. And the reason is that, so the story that I'm going for is that this would be a what if Char defeated Amuro, took his Gundam, and then used it to go after the zombies. And then there'll be 3 basically different Zaku heads that he's going to be tossing down on the ground. Yeah, like I said, it's a little vignette that I wanted to kind of create. 1-6 kill standing, that would be great to hear for a year or so. Yeah, something like that. Not Lucas, good morning. How are you? Because I was walking my favorite trail a couple days ago and thinking of you because there was a turtle that was crossing. Little baby turtle. Could have been bigger than that. Maybe even smaller than that. I did not pick it up because not knowing if it's going to be one of those snap type of turtles, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to mess with it. So I let it mosey on its merry way. Usually best. Yeah, usually best. Wasn't there a casual Gundam? There was, yes. And it's sort of in that same kind of vein that I wanted to do this. Yeah. What I want to do is, but it's to me, this is also going to be one of those that in places where it will take damage, and obviously this is just test damage. In places where it takes damage, some of the original colors might come through. So you might see where it takes damage in the chest. You might have some hint of blue underneath it from the original paint that was underneath the paint that they threw on top for Char. Turtle scary salmonella. Really? Starting to hatch over here too. I hope our mama snapper across the road about a month ago for egg season. Nice. That's so sweet. Made it up 4x4 trail Saturday. Awesome trip. Nice. How many of you guys, how many was it again? It sounded like it was you, your wife, and family friends. Grab it by the shell, knock them out. Yeah. Something tells me I would probably do something that would still get to me. No. Oh, Ray. Me, my wife, and her aunt, uncle. Yeah, there you go. All right. Glasses down. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Just trying to. Oh, man. think I got a little bit more to go, but we're almost there. All right. Hey, Mason. Good morning. How are you, brother? How's the chin? Who's this young boy pretending to be Mason? Cold. What happened to your chin? It's a good one. Cold. Is this climate jealous? Honestly, yeah. In this climate, yeah, definitely not. I shaved. Oh, holy guacamole. For real. Get rid of his mountain man starter kit. Wow. I can't even envision it. I honestly, I can't. That's a large group of Jeep guys who proceeded to give her uncle a hard time because he was in a Jeep driving behind a Bronco. Hold it a second. Hold it a second. What, they were being gatekeepers? I turned 50 and wanted to do something to commemorate the day. Nice. Wow. Did your son recognize you? Gotta love the cult following. It's not a cult following. That's just basically that's just gatekeeping. You know, and again, in every hobby and interest, people do that kind of Jeepers don't like Bronco. Okay, whatever. Honestly, I mean, guys, if you wanna kind of be like that, you know, go find something else to do. My son was not really like not happy. Throw a duck into the woods and they'll scramble. Wow. Indeed. I shaved once. My daughter was not a fan. Really? So when I take this off, I literally lose like, I don't know, 5 years. Start growing it back yet? Yeah. And are you planning on growing it back or are you going to leave yourself au naturel? Well, or less au naturel, I should say. Really? Oh, it'll come back. Yeah. Okay. So I guess the other question is, what did your wife think? They looked at my truck and was like, "So your trucks?" I said, "Well, both sitting on the same spot on the trail, so I guess it's good." But I can trim my beard. I'm not allowed to shave. Katie has never seen me clean shaven except for pictures. She loves my face. She loves your face. Hold it. She loves your face with the beard, without the beard. I said what I said. I love it. Okay. I think we're almost there. Just got to get this thing to be almost the same shape as the other side. It's getting closer. I said what I said. Interesting. So off-roading in my station wagon, I did it surprisingly well, and the Jeeps got so mad. People get crazy over stupid shit. Almost there. Getting closer. Whew. You make a hobby your identity, Federation forever. Nice. Yeah. Can't make anything your identity. I think that's kind of, I would agree with you, right? Especially something like that. You know, so I keep saying it's like back in the day, mountain biking versus road cycling, or what sort of audio do you like? You know, well, you don't have a turntable in your system. You're really not into audio. Okay, if you say so. There's always some level of gatekeeping, and in our hobby, it's always the same, right? It's like, if you're not doing traditional modeling, are you really doing modeling? Well, yes, I am. And kind of gatekeeping. Or if you're not doing customization, are you really a model? Or this like I said, there's always some level of gatekeeping going on. What about your social security number? Can you make that your identity? You can try. There's one exception. Steelers fans. Nice. Sound bars aren't real home theater. Sound bars are not real home theater. That is likely true, but they are better and will produce closer to surround sound than TV sound. Not going to disagree, but it's a step closer. Let's put it that way. You is, you are, I am what I am because I say what I am. Yep. Soundbar's not real home theater. That's funny. Okay, we're gonna do one or two more passes here, and we're gonna call that done. There we go. Okay, we're gonna do a test fitting, and then we're gonna do some scribing around this piece just to give it a little bit more of a contiguous look with the foot itself, the back of the ankle. Let's see how this thing comes out. Right. Oh, I got to go much further up, huh? Unless I push those pistons down. Let's see if I can do that. That might have been too much. We shall see. We shall see. Ooh. Oh, those are. I'm actually straddling the. Pretty high. It's actually not bad. That's not bad. I can make do with that. Won't even see the inner pistons. Morning. I listened while staining. Hope everyone had a great week. Has a great week ahead. You're staining, are you, Mike? What are you staining? And welcome, Mike. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your day. Day number 2 of your vacation. What kid is that? Last time I was here was the old Sharzaku. It has been a while. Good morning, Mike. Great to have such a full room today. Yeah, a lot of people popping in. This is the old Freebie Gundam. This is the Zaku's all done. Just have to now get it painted. This is the back in 2019 when I was at Anime NYC, picked up. Bandai was giving away free models for you to build, and they're not like an EG or a first grade or anything like that. The Pergola 20 by 18. Ooh, Mike, are you doing that solo? And I'm guessing you're out there doing it now before the heat really kicks in. So yeah, this was picked up in 2019, and it is a unique kit. This is a show only kit, meaning you can't buy it or anything like that. They were just giving them away. So the assembly was quite good. It's not an EG. It's not an HG. I'm not sure if they're still doing these, but boy, I like this. I like this model quite a bit. Ooh. Fascinating how far. I guess I gotta move. Do I have to move some more material? A second. Yeah, I guess I do. Okay. To grind back a little bit more. They're designed for make and take. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. In fact, I'd love to get a bunch of these things. I don't think these were the same ones that when Tex Merkees, when Armida was up here for PatCon in 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe. Oh God, 2 or 3 years ago, when she was up here, she brought a bunch of stuff from Bandai since she's got a relationship with Bandai. She brought up a bunch. I don't believe these are the ones. Had to be 3 years ago. I think it was. It's been a while. I think that's what it was because I asked her to come back the following year. She was tied up, and my daughter was the one who ran it. Yeah, so my daughter ran it the last couple of years. Yes and no. Hired a kid to help. It's been several week project. He got most of the pressure washing done. Came one day for a few hours to stay. Haven't seen him since. He's leaving money on it. Wow. No shit. Does he come back? Hold it. Is this like his job or is this like a family friend's kid or something like that? That's kind of nuts. Something I've been reading recently, and again, this could be a long conversation. If we're talking about a kid, and we're literally talking about, and I hate to use the terminology, but what Gen Z, whatever the current generation is, their priorities are different from ours. They are less financially driven, which in some ways, I guess I kind of appreciate. More quality of life driven than financially. Oops, hello. Mason, I'll show you this model in just a second. Show you the work that's been done on it so far. And by the way, this is a model I'm restarting. Whoops, damn it. It's been set aside now for, I think I last started it right before I got onto the Spartan. It's still too long, got to pull back. I haven't heard that term in a minute. Speaking of PatCon, I have a few people from VA coming up. Dwayne, how about you? I believe Dwayne is trying to make the trip up. I was just at the store, her husband. I say, kid, he's 24. He's not very motivated. I've offered good money for a few projects around him. Stating this is the last of it. Yeah. Who else will be coming? I hear Nick's coming up, bringing the whole family up. I'm working on it. I'm actually going over schedule this week. Ooh, look at that. Family schedule, yeah. I have to tell you, now that I'm hoping next year will be, for me, will be an opportunity to head down to ODO with my younger daughter in college, that is looking a little more likely. But then again, after seeing the photos of Wonderfest, I'm starting to think, do I go to Wonderfest instead? Maybe just me, but definitely not the whole thing. Yeah, no. And Nick, trust me, I know what I'm saying, and I know that's a haul. I'm joking. I would love to see you up here, but I get it, dude. I get that. Do it. Make a trip at UDVAR. What is UDVAR? Maybe I'm missing Delaware. I'm assuming it sounds university-ish. Please do come to Odeo with us. We're planning the road trip again with Spencer, Austin, and Rich. Oh God, all three of you guys? Yeah, that's just kidding, of course. Fine folk, I'd love to go down with. I think that'd be great. Air, hazy air. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm not sure how much the museums in your neck of the woods have changed, given the recent, changes by the current administration. Planes, so many planes. I'd love to see it in there, and it's incredible. Yeah. Part of me feels like waiting until this regime has moved on before I hit any of the museums down that way. But I do have an interest in going to see that stuff. And it would probably be doing it with like a group like this, because frankly, my family is not going to be one to go see like an air and space museum. It's not their thing. I'm not sure when I would be there and would stop in my tracks to see the actual Enola Gay. Yeah, see, that would be cool. I'd love to see that. By Dulles, yeah. Man, oh Manischewitz. I'm taking this thing out of square, so let me fix this thing. Getting closer. I would like to get this one part done before I have to take off today. Everyone loves space shuttles. Who doesn't love a space shuttle? Imagine going there with Spencer. Space shuttle. Is that a good thing? I gotta go now. See you tomorrow. Edwin, have a lovely evening, my friend. Thank you. Peter, you want in on this road trip? Ooh, February might be tough. Oh, shit. Might work. It depends. Okay, so the only thing that might hold that up is we'll be in Florida. I don't recall if it's in January or in February. My daughter will likely be competing at collegiate level dance challenges, a competition. He's a plain nut. Rubs chin. Yeah. But if I can make it happen, I'm going to make it happen. Forgot that it's in February. I thought for some crazy reason, I don't know why I thought it was in March, but that's not. March, April is Mosquito Con. Rubs chin. Rubs chin. Okay, almost there. Go to the Naval Air Museum in Pensacola. That place is nuts. Is Pensacola near Florida, near Orlando? Getting closer. Something tells me the answer to that is no. Frankly, being anywhere in Florida scares the shit out of me. It's closer than we are now. Okay. Yeah. So the answer to that is no. Yeah, probably not. Okay. I think that may be close enough. Let's drop it in. Oh, I'm gonna have to hollow back. Still got more, and I got more hollowing to do on this thing. Okay, we'll have to table this for tomorrow. It's already getting to be that time. It's in the floor by my arm. Yeah, not gonna. We're going down there for the competition, and then we're coming right back up. Yeah, no. The less time I have to spend in Florida, the happier person I am. And I will plant this seed for those who are thinking about it. This year's IPMS Nationals are in Virginia. And unfortunately, again, due to a number of things financially just didn't pan out, not able to make it this year. However, next year's Nationals are in Indiana. And I truly, truly, truly hope I can make it to that. Okay, what the hell did I just do here? I hate when I put stuff in the wrong place. Stupid. No book burnings? Yeah, no. Do you drive or to fly? You drive to FL or fly? Last time we drove. This time we'll fly down. We're driving, at least stop at the Buc-ee's. Oh, we've stopped at Buc-ee's. We go to Texas, we stop at Buc-ee's. I mean, that's where Buc-ee's started. And I'm making gnats. And I'm right here. Yeah. Also, Amps Nats are in Indiana. Amps is in Indiana too. Wow. Crazy. Dwayne, are you looking at possibly going to Nats next year? Getting closer. Whew. Always thinking about it. Yeah, nice. All right, my friends, time for me to get going. Parting is such sweet sorrow. I might go. Not sure yet. Yeah. Same here. It really comes down to, again, what the financial picture looks like for next year. Next year is going to get a little bit more interesting in terms of like college payments and stuff. So we'll see how that all goes. But you know what? We're going to figure it out. Goal is still to go. Later, Space Droids. Stay safe in sunscreen. Yeah, exactly, Joe. You too, brother. Stay safe out there. All right, my friends. Stay safe and stay sane. Thanks for being on this morning. I really do appreciate it. It's not often I can join here, but I'm happy when I can. Mason, always good to see you. And I'd really like to see a photo of this. I think it'll wig me out. Later, fellas. Later, Nick. Have a good one. Drink water. Goodbye, fellas. Dwayne, you too, brother. Go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. It's a crazy world. It is crazy and getting crazier by the day and more insane and more lies and all that crazy stuff. Do what you can to be helpful, honest, and just do good by people, right? Don't treat them like shit. So with that, I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day, guys. Love you all, and I'll catch you on the flip. Peace. Jorgito, who we got here? Ooh, Ostius, who is it's gotta be Juan. Juan, if that's you, we'll talk tomorrow, right? Talk to me tomorrow, brother. Gotta roll. Peace.